What's up, people? My name is Kilani Ezekiel. Welcome to the Student Place. So today I want to take you through the application process for the MEXT scholarship for 2023 embassy recommendation. MEXT scholarship is a fully funded scholarship to study in Japan for undergraduate, masters and PhD students. So today I'll be taking you guys through the application process for the undergraduate and masters scholarship embassy recommendation. Embassy recommendation procedure. Recruitment for those arriving in Japan next April is made between April and May of the previous year. First screening is conducted between May and August by the Japanese embassies or consulates general. So one thing about this scholarship is that you don't have to apply through any link. You have to submit your document directly to the embassy of Japan in your country. So you have to check the website of embassy in Japan in your Japan embassy in your country to find out about the scholarship, deadline for your country, and application procedure. So as the application process and specific schedule differ according to the country of your nationality, please inquire in the Japanese embassy or consulate in your country for details. Do not send any application document directly to MEXT in Japan. So with this link, I'll drop the link to this scholarship on the video description so you can check it out. Document for application embassy recommendation. Applicant must read through the application guidelines below and follow the instructions. Application forms along with the certificate of health and a recommendation letter should be submitted to the Japanese embassy or consulate general in your country. So you have to submit your application form, health insurance like medical certificate and recommendation letter alongside with your high school certificate to the embassy of Japan in your country. These documents can be printed out and filled in by hand, written, typed out or filled in with some software applications and printed out. Now let's go through the application guidelines for undergraduates. Now this is the application guidelines for undergraduates. The fields of study for you to choose from. Those who apply for an undergraduate student must choose a field of study, social science and humanities or natural sciences. Then course and majors from the table below. So for social science and humanities, these are the courses you can study: law, politics, pedagogy, sociology, economics, business administration, and so. Note: applicants who choose aids, that is others, may have difficulties in finding university. So if you can't find a course like listed in this table and you're choosing others, you might have a problem. That is a difficulty in getting a university to accept you. So please ensure that whatever course you're choosing is listed here. It will be easy for you. Then for sciences, we have science, mathematics, physics, electrical and electronic studies, mechanical studies, civil engineering, medicine, dentistry, and others. So make sure that the course you're choosing is here. There's nursing also and pharmacy. Note: an applicant who chooses natural sciences and would like to choose more than one major is required to select up to 3 majors from within the same course, natural science A, B, or C. So you have an option to choose like 3 courses. At most 3 courses. So if you are choosing from A, just make sure you choose all from A or choose all from B, or and so. However, an applicant who selects natural sciences C as his or her first choice may choose his or her second choice for major from natural sciences B or C, and third choice major from natural sciences B, as natural sciences C offers only 2 majors, which is medicine and dentistry. Then preparatory education and studies. So this scholarship, you are going to learn in the Japanese language. So you have to go through a preparatory education to learn the Japanese language for a year. Then after passing the Japanese language year, you can now be enrolled into the main university. Then change of field of study, transfer to another university and subject to study. A grantee will not be permitted to change his or her course. So you cannot change your course. Whatever course you're given is what you study. So you can't change your course. A grantee will not be permitted to transfer to another university. You can't transfer to another university. A grantee must study compulsory subject as determined by the preparatory educational institution, as noted. Direct placement. Applicants who have sufficient Japanese language proficiency may choose to enroll directly into their university without taking the preparatory education course. For cases where the undergraduate course of a university does not require Japanese language proficiency at the time of enrollment and allows applicants to enroll without going through the language year. So there are some courses that might allow you to be enrolled directly without going through the preparatory course, and so in such cases, enrollment may be either from the spring term. Grantees arrive in Japan in April 2023 and start from the spring term, or from the autumn term Grantees arrive in Japan in September or October 2023, depending on the university's academic calendar. So these are just the rules for the scholarship. Then qualifications and conditions. 1. Nationality. Applicants must have the nationality of a country that has diplomatic relations with Japan. So like there must be a Japanese embassy in your country for you to apply for this scholarship. Must. Age. Applicants in principle must be born on or after April 2, 1998. So you must not be above 24 years this year. However, applicants who satisfy the conditions for academic background stipulated in number 3 below must be 18 years of age or older at the time of admission. Academic background. Applicants must satisfy any of the following conditions. However, applicants desiring direct placement must satisfy either of the following: 1, 3, or 4. 1. Applicants who have completed 12 years of schooling in countries other than Japan. 2. Applicants who have completed their studies at a school equivalent to a Japanese upper secondary school in countries other than Japan. 3. Applicants who have successfully passed an academic qualification examination that is equivalent to the completion of 12 years of schooling in countries other than Japan. Then 4. Other than the above 1, 2, or 3 conditions, applicants who are eligible for enrollment in a Japanese university at the time of application. So number 4, Japanese language. Applicant must be willing to learn the Japanese language. So you must be willing to learn the Japanese language for like a year before you are enrolled into your main course. Health. Applicant must submit a health certificate in the prescribed format signed by the physician, attesting that the applicant has no physical or mental conditions. So you must be physically fit. Arrival in Japan. In principle, applicant must be able to arrive in Japan between April 1st, 2023 and April 7th. Each university from the first semester through direct placement. He or she must be able to arrive in Japan during the period specified by the accepting university within 2 weeks before and after starting the dates of university's relevant academic term. So you must be in the country before your academic activity starts. Visa requirements. An applicant shall in principle newly obtain a student visa at the Japanese diplomatic mission located in the applicant's country of nationality. So you have to obtain your visa from the Japanese embassy in your country. Non-eligibility. So you are not eligible if those who are military personnel or military civilian employees at the time of their arrival in Japan cannot apply. Those who cannot arrive in Japan by the date of the period specified by MEXT or the accepting university are not eligible, and every other eligibility criteria here. Then period of scholarship. A grantee who studies at a preparatory education institution prior to enroll in a university, the scholarship period will last for 5 years from April 2023 to March 2028, including 1 year preparatory education in Japan. 2. A grantee who enroll in a university through direct placement, the scholarship period will last for 4 years or for 6 years for those majoring in medicine, dentistry, veterinary. That is excluding the language year. So, extension of period of scholarship. If a grantee graduates from an undergraduate course, is admitted for enrollment in a master's course as a graduate school during the period of issue of scholarship and has outstanding academic achievement that meets certain criteria, he or she may have the scholarship period extended upon a successful examination by MEXT. So you can extend your scholarship after undergraduate, you can extend it to your master's also. Scholarship benefits. Allowance. You are entitled to 117,000 yen per month. Then your school fees is also covered. Your travel expenses is covered. Transportation to Japan is also okay. MEXT will stipulate the travel schedule and route and provide an airline ticket. So your air ticket to Japan is covered. Then your air ticket from Japan is also covered. Then suspension of payments, like your payment to be suspended if a grantee is determined to have made a false statement on his application, a grantee violates any article, a grantee violates any Japanese law, and so on. So you have to read them up. Then selection. The Japanese diplomatic missions will conduct the first screening of applicant by means of examination, submitted application document, written academic examination, and interview. So there will be an exam and there will be an interview to determine those who will pass this thing. So choosing field of study and subject. So these are the subjects you have to write for the exam and so. Then the date and time of notification of the result of the first screening will be specified separately by the Japanese diplomatic mission in the applicant's country, and so on. Application documents. So these are the documents you need: application form, direct placement preference form, academic transcript. Like your transcript is your result from SS1 to SS3 for all school years of school university attended. Certificate of graduation of school university attended. That is your high school certificate and your certificate you obtain if you are going for masters. Recommendation letter from either a class teacher or a principal of last school attended. So you can get your recommendation letter from your principal or from your class teacher. Then medical certificate, certificate of enrollment, certificate of university enrollment qualification examination, certificate of language proficiency. So you can just read this thing up and know what you are expected to do. So these are stuff you can just read up. Now let's go to the application form. Let's fill the application form together. This is the application form. So this form can either be printed out and filled handwritten, or filled like you can fill it online also, like with Microsoft Word or so. Type or write neatly by hand in block letters. So you have to write in capital letters. Use Arabic numerals like Latin numerals 0 to 1 and so. Write years in Western calendar. Write proper nouns in full without abbreviation. Now, so your name, your surname, given name, and middle name, you write that. Are you a male or female? You write it. Marital status, single or married, you tick. You have to attach your passport photo here. Then, are you a Japanese national? Okay, nationality, your country, your friend, like the country where you're from, you write it there. Japanese nationality, no. Leave that one, just tick no. Date of birth, write your date of birth. Your age, you write your age. Then current address, where you're living currently, and the country. If you currently reside in Japan, what is your current resident status? Then your address before departure for Japan, you write that also. Okay, so if your address before departure for Japan is outside your home country, do you understand that an airline ticket to Japan will not be provided? So if you are not residing in your home country, they will not provide transportation for you. So name of Japanese diplomatic office where you apply for visa, you write it down. Your phone number, your email address. You are suggested to write an email address that can be used continuously before, during, and after your stay in Japan. Take note. Then present status, student, employed, blah blah. If you're a student, name of school you graduate from, you write it. Specialized field of study in high school, like are you a science or medical, are you a science or commercial and art student, you write it. Academic record. Instructions. Write your record from primary education, elementary school to most recently educational level attended as only as a full-time student. So you have to write, give details of your primary to secondary school, that if you are going for undergraduate, then primary to university if you are going for masters. So educational level, school, location, year, month of enrollment and graduation, period of schooling attended, status, remarks. So you have to put those down here. Then the next thing is, have you been awarded a Japanese government scholarship before? If yes, you are not eligible to apply, so you just tick no, please. Then, are you applying for any other Japanese scholarships? If yes, you tick yes. If no, you tick no. Are you receiving or scheduled to be receiving any scholarship from any other organization? If yes, tick. If no, but please tick no. If you are receiving or applying for that scholarship, please specify the name or the sponsor. Then field of study, are you going for social science or natural science? You take. Then you choose your choices according to what we saw before: first, second, and third. Then reasons for selection of field of study. So why are you choosing that field of study? You write it down. So you're for your first choice, why are you choosing it? Second choice and third choice, give reasons why you're choosing those field of studies. What was your trigger for having an interest in Japan? Why do you want to study in Japan? You have to be very, 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 very sweet with your words here. You have to be sweet with your words. Give reasons why you want to study in Japan. What kinds of things do you think you can contribute to Japan and your home country through your experience of studying Japan? So in these places, you have to, in this particular point, you have to be very like skillful with your writing and with your use of words. You have to be very convincing and write something that will like, you know, attract them. And so language ability, Japanese language, you cannot speak, just put dash dash dash. Then English language, you can just say reading, you can put good, writing good, speaking good, listening good. Then if you have other language, you can put it also, or you can put excellent. Look, that is a grade. 3 for excellent, 2 for good, 1 for fair, 0 for poor. So for Japanese language, just put 0 0 0. For English, depends on how good you are, you choose. Then Japanese language qualifications. This is after you've undergone the language here. English language qualification, if you have any, you can write contact person in your home country. That is either your parents' phone, your parents' contact, or someone that is close to you. So their names, relationship, current address, occupation, phone number, and email. You write it down. Past visit or stays in Japan, list from your most recent visit. If you have been to Japan before, you write. If not, leave it. So that is the application form for undergraduate students. Now let's go for that of masters and see how it is. So this is the application form for research students. Remember, write in block letters. So the same thing, your name, given name, and so. Then your nationality, your date of birth, you attach your passport, your current address where you're living. Then what is different here? Basically, just fill the form. If you have any question, you can just type it on the comment section, and I'll do it to answer. So have you been awarded a Japanese government scholarship before? If yes, you tick. If no, but please tick no. So this one say, if yes, please specify the period, the name of the school, and the program. So just leave it as no. Then just fill every other thing. If there are questions, like I said, you can ask me and I'll be fine to give you a reply. So that is it for the application process for this Japanese MEXT scholarship. Please ask your question, like this video, share to your friends, comment, and apply. Good luck in your application. Thank you very much, and bye for now.